Hello, this is George from Digital High Road. I promised a couple of days ago I was going to be cutting this video. This video is called one-offs, and if they're good or bad, what I mean is these are one-time fee type products that you pay one-time fee for, and you have them for lifetime usage. Now, the majority of the reason for this video is because I'm going to be talking about Warrior Plus type products, ClickBank type products, JVZoo type products. Those are representative of the bad that I'm going to be talking about to make you aware as a newbie. The good, though, however, I want to talk about first because I want you to know both sides of the coin, both good and bad. So as I said in my intro there, I'm going to be going over one-time fees and if they're good or they're bad. And you need to get information so you can make better decisions. So what I'm going to be doing is on the one-time fees, we'll be discussing three main areas that, like the Warrior Plus, the JVZoo, the ClickBank, those type products are featured, and the one-time fees, where they show up and what you need to be aware of. And the reason for that is so that you can make better, good decisions and make solid, good decisions every time you look in these three areas, so you don't get sucked into buying something without knowing what you're dealing with. That's the goal in the video today. So I wanted to do is I want to cover where these types of products are found. What stones, if you turn them over, are these underlaying underneath? Well, if you go to JVZoo, you go to Warrior Plus, go to ClickBank, maybe Digistore 24, these type of areas, affiliate marketing platforms where you buy products, there's going to be three main areas that you're going to be approached by that are going to be the products that I want to bring up today to highlight. Number one is we call a digital store, a mini mark type store, like a WooCommerce, multiple types of products like a miniature Walmart, a miniature Amazon, whatever. It's a site that they're going to sell you that you get all these, you can feature all these products on. The number two area I want you to be aware of, where you're going to find that turn this stone over, very often there's like a one-time fee sponsored and featured on our Autoresponder / email delivery service. And what they're going to do in those cases is they know that email marketing, and you know email marketing because you've heard it everywhere and anywhere, that the money's in the list. So you're going to look and hop on buying an Autoresponder email delivery service for a one-time fee. However, there's a few things you need to know about before you just do that. And the third area I've found in the past looking at these type of products that is featured very often, stone number three when you turn it over, is what we call website hosting service. They're going to say you're going to provide that you can create these three types of pages, three types of landing pages or product feature pages, and they'll do the hosting for you for a lifetime for a fee. Well, that's going to be at the third area we're going to look at today. Okay, so in the video today, just from the intro, I'm going to tell you there's good of these one-time fee products. There's also bad of the one-time fee products. First I want to talk about is the good. The good is they're present, but you still should do your research on them. But if you come to a site like AppSumo, is one of my favorite places to come to for one-time fee type things. They have a huge selection of products. Look here under categories, you can see there's all types of categories: accounting, client management, content. There's like 244 products for, let's say, course. Now, what you're going to find is if you go to a lot of these, is you're going to find that these have lifetime deals. Some are only pricing good for a year type thing, but they'll maintain the price per year for a lifetime of use. What you can do is look at any one of these products, and what you're doing is looking for white label. And if you come here under lifetime deal, drop the code plans, you'll open up something like this. You look down through here for something that can be white labeled. You can come in, there's a site called GitHub. Right here, GitHub has tons of products that you can buy. You can buy open source coded products from them. Get deals on them. You might spend $700-800 on it, but they'll never have to worry about support on it. It's good. It works for right now. Nobody has support. They'll buy it on here as a white label and repackage. Envato is another site, which you can find various different types of products, again, on Envato. So if you come to AppSumo again, you can take any one of these products and any type of product you want. You can probably find lifetime deals on them, or you can find, if you code out on them, you can get more features the more you pay for the one-time code. And very often they have what you call a white label available on them right here. White label apps on this one. So you can get access for $399 and get white label apps. So that would be something you could sell to somebody. You could repackage, call it another name, it's something you want to call it on. And this is this is called App Preview. So that's just an example. I just wanted to bring that in. Okay, just for a quick explanation of difference between terms, you'll get what is called a regular license. It's usually limited to one, or they'll limit you to quite a few things, but that's like the Code 1 if you're on AppSumo. You'll get the Code 1 product type thing. But if you're on, you're here, if you're here, you're going to get like a regular license for $30. Then you get something called extended license, and you can click on the license details. But what's the difference between extended license and white label? So what you can do is, if you go to Google and look it up, they'll tell you what the difference is, the main difference between licenses, and it's something you should be aware of when buying these products. Because what they're basically doing, if you go to a regular product, say like a ClickBank product, or I think this is a JVZoo product, they're going to sell you a one-time fee, and it's just very limited what they're selling you on. So you're not going to be offered white label. Now, often on OTOs, they'll offer you a white label, but it's white label on something they bought from, let's say, Envato, Code Canyon, a place called Code Canyon. It's where we're at the moment. So it's kind of like you just need to know the difference between extended license and white label license and the regular license. That's the things that you need to know the difference between. I also wanted to show you, like, this is on Code Canyon. What they're going to do is, because this is the good side. The good side is that they're going to tell you about the product. And then down here, they're going to give you a difference between regular license, extended license for prices. But they're also going to say, learn difference between license. And there'll be an area you can click on. So they're telling you up front there's a difference between a license, and if you're smart about it, you'll find out about it. So we've talked about all these areas. We've looked at these different types of products. In conclusion, there are 8 main things that you need to look out for and to be aware of so that you can be wise in your choice. Number 1 is purchased as a white label. We talked about what they do is they purchase these as white labels. They can then repackage and sell them to you. So they packaged the product as a white label and they resold it to you. Just remember, that's something to be aware of when you're looking at any of these products. Number 2, it's too expensive to support properly, if any at all. What you're going to find is that you will have support, maybe, probably not though, and you're going to be fighting the whole time to even try to get a problem straightened out for you. Usually, I found myself personally that every time it was 100%. And I had this type of product that I would get to a point where I had absolutely no support, or the support was running me in circles, and so I wasn't getting the problem solved, and I wasn't getting an answer as to why something wasn't working, if there was something I could do to change it. The third area is that on the internet, things are always changing. So you'd find that these products don't have any updates, and they have nothing to keep them up. No updates to keep up with the changes that are happening on the internet. Everything fits hand in glove, let's say, with everything else. And if you have something, a program that's supposed to work on, something like WordPress or something else, and it doesn't work anymore because WordPress updated, let's say. And I usually find that this happens very quickly. I have found within 2 or 3 months after my purchase that I'm already having problems where things aren't being kept up with because there's no updates from the person I bought this from. The fourth area to be aware of is the attempted support help is you get totally ghosted. The second thing we're talking about is too expensive to support. They can't provide support for you because it's just too darn expensive. They never planned to support the product. And then when you attempt it in number 4, you get totally ghosted. You get, as I mentioned earlier in point 2, you get run around in circles, or you get no answer whatsoever. You send 2 or 3 emails in a 2-week span and get no answers ever on anything. Number 5 is the directions that you obtained initially were either very poor or very lacking. They never really matched up with what the product, was sold to you as, what the sales page said it was going to do. The training that was provided and the directions on how to use the product were very poor and very lacking. Then the next area, the last 3 areas are: do not use as a long-term business. If you're building a long-term business, you're serious about your business, do not use any of these products for long-term business growth. They're not dependable, and you'll be disappointed every single time because they're not going to be there. The number 7 is security hacks aren't kept up with, and they have security breaches. I've known people that had plugins, let's say, on a site, and that they were hacked because they ended up having a gate which allowed a hacker to get into the website, and they destroyed the website. It would take the guy 2 or 3 weeks to get his site back up. That's going to be very costly, both time, effort, and if you're doing a lot of selling products directly from your platform, you don't want to do that. So just remember, security hacks very often aren't kept up with either. And the 8th is the last one, is bugs that don't mesh well with other platforms. I kind of mentioned that in one of the other ones, but that's very, very true for every area. Whether it be the .php, whether it be the coding, whatever, everything has to, like I said earlier, hand in glove has to match up so that it works fine. If it isn't working fine, then you're going to have problems with it long term. So again, that's the 8th. So be wise in your choice. So keeping in mind the bad side of one-time fees, I just did a review a couple of days ago of a product called Money Mailer, which had to do with totally an email response system, Autoresponder email service. That's one of the things I talked to you about. There's a product that launched today called Wave, but they're talking about automated stores. That's the digital product store thing I talked about, like WooCommerce. They are talking about tiny stores. This product, as I looked at it yesterday, is the typical where they're showing you how to make a store, online cheaply. One-time fee. This is one-time fee only. So the other thing is there's things like hosting a page, hosting lifetime hosting. There's this product I found. Where was it? It was $49 for today's payment. This is a JVZoo product called Commission Gorilla. So Commission Gorilla is selling you one-time hosting for pages. That's something. So these are the 3 types of products I was warning you about in the video. Just be aware these products exist. Just be aware of the tricks that we talked about, things that you need to know about, and why it isn't a good idea unless you go to like a AppSumo type product where you know you're going to get. AppSumo gives you like a 60-day money back guarantee, on anything that you buy from them. You can get 60 days to decide if you want to keep it or not. So the thing is, just keep in mind that you want to buy products that are good, like AppSumo type products, Envato, Code Canyon are type places that you can buy good products. But you don't want to buy the things like Profit Mailer. You don't want to buy Wave. You don't want to buy Commission Gorilla. So I hope you got some value from this video today. If you did, please give me a large thumbs up. Like the video. Thanks for watching today. We appreciate it. If you're a first-time visitor to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I publish a new video to our channel. So that's it for today's video. one-time fees. It can be good, but they're usually bad, so be aware of it. As a newbie, keep your eye on the target and stay focused. Thanks for watching again today. So long.